This is Mark Moppin, and I'm on with Jeff Dameron. And if you are a real estate investor, real estate agent, or you're in small business or a contractor, tonight's going to be very valuable for you because we're going to go over a lot of programs. Or even if you're a small or large company, we're going to go over some programs. So it's really about bringing stuff to you and that can make a difference. So a little bit about me. I'm a major internet marketer. I handle some very large internet accounts throughout the U.S. And I'm also a real estate investor. I do a lot of wholesaling. I do listings, and I've been doing like one find, fix, and flip a quarter. And I've been doing this since the 80s, and have at one point had 350 rentals. Don't have any today. Was rehabbing 8 houses a month and reselling them. And at one point I was a note buyer. So I've had a lot of experience. I've had a lot of failures and learning experiences through that. But feel free to contact me. My contact information's there. Also, if you are an investor, I'll show you real quick here. This is a YouTube channel. Just do a YouTube channel, Mark Moppin Real Estate YouTube channel. And Jeff and I have done a lot of events in the past, so there's a lot of really good information on those. But there's also just like tons and tons of real estate investor stuff, like how to do wholesaling, how to rehab a house, what kind of contracts you got to have. I mean, it's just a wealth of information. Go on there, and then when you go on, there's a place you can search, like right here. So if you wanted to ask about find, fix, and flip or wholesaling, just type it in, wholesaling, and a ton of educational things will come up. So you can see there's tons of them there. So with that said, I want to tell you that Jeff Dameron's made a big difference in my life because he's brought me all these different federal programs and grant programs and just unbelievable stuff. So that he's going to talk about that tonight. So if you're any kind of business or sole proprietor or whatever, he's going to have something that would work for you. I think with that, and Jeff's a past real estate investor and been active. And he today is also running a nice little small farm operation in Tennessee. Jeff, I'm going to shut up and let you talk. Thanks for being with
Yeah,
me.
thanks, Mark. And Mark's a great friend, and I gave him credit for the first real estate mentor I had well over 20 years ago, and he taught me a lot. And so, as Mark mentioned, just 30 seconds about me, I got into real estate investing first and did the foreclosure markets in Michigan. Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, started going to all the auctions and put together a company to help folks in foreclosure, and then did fix and flips, rentals, wholesale, everything you can imagine along that. And then about almost 2 years ago, we decided we wanted to go and go south. And so we found a little farm in Tennessee, and so we're kind of off. The goal is to be off grid, but in the meantime, I'm still active in real estate, and we came across a number of different programs that will help both an entrepreneur, a real estate investor, agent, and any one individual family. We've got a whole a menu of things that will help folks get grants and actually save money on different things. So with that, I'm going to jump right into it. The first program that we have is kind of tailored towards the business owner. Even if the business owner only has one employee, that would be a W-2 employee. It's a program called the Employee Retention Credit Program.
Hey,
It's
Jeff,
go
let
ahead.
me interrupt you. So
Okay.
I have a company with my wife,
Oh, yeah.
and we only have uh, just a couple part-timers and her. And through the program that you brought us, we're getting back $20,000, and we're about only like basically a one-person company. And then the other one's got 2 employees, but they're not huge payrolls or anything. And that one is getting back 20,000. So it's $40,000 for about as small as you can get. So with that, I'll let you go on and talk about it. But this is a great
Yeah,
program.
that's a great testimonial. And so, company I was with brought in around $40 million for small, medium-sized business owners over the course of less than a year. And so basically, if there's anybody that is a business owner, has W-2 employees, and has not heard about the ERC, or maybe have heard about the ERC but has questions, just get a hold of Mark or I. You just call me. Text me is probably the best, and I'll give you some information on it, and we can evaluate and see if there's a fit for you. Just a quick update on the program. The IRS put a brief pause on the whole processing of claims for a couple different reasons, but they're set to resume in about 4 or 5 weeks. They're going to start up in early January. So we're still on track. And again, that's part of the CARES Act. And so the second program I want to talk about is,
And Jeff, now people can get access to, if they qualify and do their paperwork right, they can actually where they might have a let's say somebody has 50 employees and they're averaging about 10,000 employee they get back. And so, or I'll make it even smaller than that. A small restaurant has 10 W-2 employees, so they're going to get back like $100,000 through the ERC program. That's just a real rough kind of guess number, but you actually have a program where they can, if they want to discount their money, like get it right now, they can take. You have a company that'll discount them.
yeah, no,
And
yep, that's exactly right. And so um, there's a mechanism in place, Mark, where it's been taking around anywhere from 3 to 5, 6 months, maybe longer now. So if a company
yeah,
wants to have access to that money up front quicker and be able to repurpose it, put it back into the business or whatever, there's a mechanism that we can discuss, and we
so
could
so even
get the
though
company in about 2 to 3 weeks. So
yeah, so even though the government's paused it, the people can still cash out now, right?
yeah, exactly. And so
Oh, that's yeah,
it's kind of incredible to be
yeah,
able to have access to that.
yeah.
And so along the second program is designed for 1099 business owners or employees. I'm a 1099 person, being a real estate agent and investor. So we're talking about the time period of 2020 and 2021. Again, these first 2 programs are designed because of the COVID pandemic, the Coronavirus Economic Stimulus Recovery Act, CARES Act. And so this program it's pretty easy to qualify. It's a self-attestation model, meaning that you just have to answer a series of questions, and if it applies, you just answer yes or no, and then how much did it affect your business. And so it's a pretty straightforward program, and we're able to get up to $32,000 in the government grant. And so this is great because it's non-taxable and you get it in about 12 to 16 weeks. And so there's some other aspects of it, but I went through it. I'm going to be getting around, I don't know, $9,000. And I think you're in the process of going through it too, Mark, right?
Yeah, I am. What I liked about it was, I wasn't, I didn't have big commission income or anything like that in 2020 or 21. But one year I made like about 26,000 in commission. The other year was like 2,500. But I'm still getting back a nice chunk of money. It's grant money, so it's like free money, and that's incredible. And what was great, Jeff, I went on with the program that you gave me, and I just went into a tax estimator. You just put in what your tax returns were, and it told me roughly what I was going to get back. And then it asked me if I'd been, out for COVID in those 2 years, which when they meant that, they meant where you had quarantined yourself in that. And I think almost everybody qualifies for that during a period where they experience that. And then as a result of all that, you get money. So any realtor listening, anybody that's self-employed listening, there's money sitting there for you. And in fact, let me give you, is it all right if I interrupt and just give them where
Yeah,
they can
go
get
ahead,
that?
Mark, and then tell them about, because in addition to these programs for individuals or companies, business owners, there's an aspect of a side hustle as well by helping other folks out and sharing this good potential good news.
Yeah. So basically, this is it, and you just go to this site, www.1099grant.com. You can fill out the estimator, and then when you do that, the person that signed you up for this program is going to get 4% of what you get back. So, like Jeff said, he's getting 10,000 back. Then the person that put it together, is going to get $400 on that. And but if you do volume, it goes up. So the people that do this for you, they actually have a CPA do the tax amendment for you. They do everything. So it's worth going on there to check. And then if you're interested in being able to do this for other people and make those commissions, you can go to another site, which is self-employedgrantadvisor.com. I'll leave this on the screen while you're talking, Jeff. And
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the second program. So the
in
first
all
two
these programs you're talking about, the biggest objection I get is people think they're too good to be real. And it's just the opposite. So,
yeah, the biggest objection I got for the ERC is we don't qualify, or my accountant says it's
I earned
we
too
made
much
too much
money.
money. We didn't lose money, and so
But you,
we're subject matter experts on it, and the
yeah.
folks that we're affiliated with are subject matter experts. So we will definitely, and it doesn't cost anything to have a look under the hood,
Yeah, it's
and so
crazy, the accountants, because it's about how people were affected by COVID. Did you have reduced hours? Did you have supply issues? All the different ways
yeah.
that people were affected, that are the criteria for qualifying them. It's I guess it's really not the accountant's fault. He's just looking at it based on
Well,
the
nobody knows everything about everything, so they're just doing their best to look out for their clients, and we
and now
appreciate it.
thanks to you got the programs where people are nervous about that. They have they guarantee it and have protection programs. So
Yeah,
it's talk
it's yeah,
email.
yeah. If there's an interest, or if it's applicable, just get a hold of us and we'll run you through it. And so the third thing I want to talk about is both for businesses, it's for self-employed folks, it's for individuals, families, and we're putting on our healthcare hat. We're in the midst right now of open enrollment. If you're doing the healthcare.gov, if your company is paying for your insurance, then the company would be interested in this, because what we have here is, and I'm going to share my screen, Mark. Let me share screen. Are you able to see my
Yeah,
screen?
you're right on.
All
Yeah.
right. So repetition is the mother of skill. So we figured it out from last time, and okay. So this is called Impact Health Sharing, and it's right from our home state of Michigan. And I'm going to jump right into it, because this is a game changer, Mark, and even anyone else that's watching. This is like the Uber. It's like the Airbnb. It's the Amazon selling books. What do you mean? You're selling books online? That's unheard of. So what this company is doing is just, it's amazing. And I'm gonna run through this real quick, and then I have two more to go over real quick. So, all right. So just talk about healthcare for a minute. And again, the whole purpose of this webinar is to provide mechanisms for getting money for grants and also saving money as well. And then each of these individual programs have a ability to refer others, and so we can talk about that if there's any interest. So just a couple quick facts. The average American paid about over $450, and the average family paid about $1,700 in health insurance during the 2021 year. Most bankruptcies unfortunately are caused by major health bills. So 80% of the country is trying to lower their health care. Now, a fact that I've been hearing is this year it's anywhere from 15 to 20 all the way up to 40% increases in health insurance. So healthcare debt is one of the largest debts in the United States. So health share, what is health share? It looks like healthcare, sounds like healthcare, but it's health share. It does everything and more than regular healthcare. So, because of the way this is set up, traditionally, health sharing has been maybe a religion based or a certain group of people. And so Impact Health said, what we're going to do, there's some great companies out there. We're going to take the best of those companies, we'll put it all together, and we'll create our own company. So, and they've done that, and they're turning the industry on its ear. So it's privatized healthcare. They're able to negotiate the lowest prescription costs in the United States. In fact, many of the times they come around and they say, we can't believe that we're able to get these type of cost saving. That we don't know how you do it. So anyway, the next slide is why impact health sharing. And again, it's out of Michigan. The CEO is named Phil Chrysler, and this is set up as a 501c3, so there's not huge salaries like for some of the main healthcare companies. So all the savings is passed on directly to the end client. So it's an affordable alternative health insurance. We have control of where we want to go. So in other words, there's no network. You can go to any practitioner you want. You don't have to have referrals and things of this nature. And there's mechanisms in place to allow pretty much everyone in the United States to have the ability to have this. And I'll talk about that in a second. Just a quick chart that compares the difference, versus health insurance versus impact health sharing. Our premiums are 30 to 70% lower per month. And in the way this is set up is we have a household PRA, which is primary responsibility amount, versus, for instance, if it's $2,500 for the household, that's different with normal health insurance because they'd have to pay $2,500 per person. So, I'm not going to go through all of these, but two things I want to highlight is number one, we've got the telehealth that's free. And we're the only company that I know out there that can actually help folks that don't even have a social security number. So maybe they came over here from, Latin America or Canada. They still need insurance and we're able to help them out. Pre-existing conditions, this is the same as normal health care. If there's, some major pre-existing conditions, that we'll talk about it. Impact Health has been really good about helping folks out that fall into that category. And this is how it works. Most healthcare platforms charge their rates based on the income level of their client. In this instance, it's done by the birth year of the oldest person applying. And if there's more than 3 people in the household, like we know folks that have 7, 8, 9 kids. So they might have 11, 12 people. It's the same price. So right there, that tells you that it's a great program. So let's go through this. Here's an example of a quote for 3 people, family of 3, oldest person's 1969, $456. So you can see it's definitely cheaper than another one of the competitor companies. Here's another one for 2 people. Let me go back here. Oh, I'm going too quick here. We're looking at $260 versus $1,200 a month. So incredible savings. We also can help folks that are in the over the 65 and they have the Medicare, as this is a great supplement. And what it does is it functions to cover the difference that's not covered by the Medicare. And so this is just an example of our card. As you can see, I'll highlight where it says ER and inpatient. So for instance, previous insurance I had, I think it was $650 if you had to go to the ER or had an ambulance ride. So right there, there's a major savings. What separates us from other health sharing program is the way it manages billing. Traditional health sharing companies will have a bunch of checks sent to that person, and then they're responsible for, putting it all together and paying the bills. And a lot of them actually will allow, or the way it's set up is the individual has to pay in advance for the billing, and then they'll get reimbursed. With Impact Health Share, they pay up front and they do all of the managing. It's complete transparency. You know where every dollar's going. Here's an example of, and also we typically pay in less than 30 days and sometimes as low as 15 days. So it just gives you some examples of, when the service date and when the receive date and when they were paid. There's another one. I just go through those real quick. And then so this is a site, and basically we get a quote and it gives you what I showed earlier. In less than 30 seconds, you'll know exactly how much you can do. And then in addition to that, if you want to enroll, it's just a really simple process. And there's also a mechanism if this is something of anybody that is of interest in sharing with other people, there's a mechanism to do that. So with that concludes the Impact Health Share. And I'm going to talk about 2 more things real quick. Okay, I'm going to stop my share. Mark, are you still here?
Sure I am.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's the Impact Health Share. So just to recap, if you're joining us late, we talked about the ERC Employee Retention Credit, which is for business owners with W-2 employees, and they had to be in. And we can go into more details if there's interest. They had to be in business by February 15th of 2020. Okay, if they started sometime in 2020 after that, we could talk about that. There's a mechanism in place to help them out. The second program we talked about is a self-employed tax credit. That's specifically for individuals that were 1099 business owners or employees in 2020 and 2021. Both those programs are for the Coronavirus Economic Recovery Stimulus Act, CARES Act. Third thing we just talked about is Health Share, Impact Health Share. Now we're going to talk about another program that's specifically designed for business owners, and this is for individuals or business owners that have at least 50 or more employees. And I'm not going to put up any slides about it, but basically I'm going to give you the quick 1-minute overview. It's a wellness program wrapped with a major discount on workman's comp, 20 to 40%. And then the third component is now the business owner is able to offer a universal life policy, which is fantastic because this is at a 0 cost to the business owner. So their employees are more productive. They're on a wellness track. They're saving 20 to 40% on their workman's comp. and they also have a universal life insurance policy for all of their employees at zero cost. So it's an incredible program. If anyone out there has interest on that, get a hold of me and I'll fill you in on that. And the final thing is, and this one just came on recently, it's the affordability connectivity program. And what this is a nonprofit program that is designed for individuals that are, financially challenged, and perhaps they're on, SSI, or they have food stamps, or they're on any type of government subsidized program. And so what it is we're able to get these folks a free, a tablet. It's actually $20 donation, but we're working on the fundraising part to cover that. So, and then the follow on, besides
just
giving
a
this,
tablet, it's a top of the line tablet, like 300 and some odd dollars.
yes, thanks for, yeah, it's a nice tablet. It's not something that's, $50 on Amazon that you can't do anything with, and in addition to that, and we're going to be using T-Mobile. We're able to offer, and this is a government program, so we're just connecting the folks with the program, and they're able to get free internet. So it's an incredible program. It's helping folks get connected that maybe not have had the means or the ability to be, connected on the internet, or certainly have any type of laptop or tablet. So
now they got a
and
$300 tablet with free internet, and
yeah,
make a huge difference for people that need it.
yeah. So we're in the process of contacting churches and charities and anyone that it falls into that category, so we can get the good word out and get this out to help folks. And again, if any of these programs has any interest of you, either for making money or saving money, or getting grants, just get a hold of us, and we're happy to answer all your questions. So with that, that's all I have. Mark, did you want to say any final comments, or is there any questions?
Yeah, if anybody's got questions, they can ask them. I was gonna just, again, you can contact Jeff or myself. And our whole purpose in doing this program today is just to not get into depth on any of these, but just to bring you programs that are available to you, and then feel free to contact us and we can get in great depth on them. So with that said, if there's no questions, we'll end this meeting. Our goal was to keep it to like 30 minutes, and we're over it by a couple. So
Yeah, no, that's good. So any questions, just text us and or give us a call, and we're happy to go into it. We covered a lot of ground here, but there's some great programs that will be of benefit to folks.
And we'll record this program, and it'll go up on my YouTube channel, and we'll also send it out if you're in one of the meetups and that too that we've got. So anyway, we appreciate everybody listening, and let's all have a great 2023, but kick off 2024 in a big way with these programs. Thank you guys for being on. I'm going to stop the meeting.
Thanks.